What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday over here. Bitcoin, as we speak, is at about that 26.2, 26.3K area. Did have quite a bit of volatility today. Did take quite a bit of these altcoins up and down with it. We're going to check into the Bitcoin chart as well as the FLUX chart and see what could be going on in these two markets and how Bitcoin could affect the overall crypto markets in the next few days. Also going to be giving you guys some upside and downside price targets for FLUX and see what's going on in this market, as well as some key price levels this coin needs to break in order to go either direction. I'm going to be giving you guys my personal sentiment and opinions on this market later in this video, so make sure to stay around for that. Of course, none of what I'm saying here is financial advice. It is purely my personal opinions and speculations. I could very well be wrong. I am not a financial advisor nor an elite trader of any sort, even though I am a profitable trader who's been able to keep most of my profits during the last bear markets. But I'm looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys feel the same way, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Let's get right into this video. So currently we do have FLUX at about almost 32 cents here. Not much movement today, down about 1%. What could be happening in this market here? So since last time, okay, since last time, I did point out that we have a huge falling wedge, right? That has been forming since January of this year. Okay, late January of this year, since it has hit about $1.10 area, and then it has just been on its way down. It's very painful to watch, especially if you're just holding this coin, right? I've done it before. Not this coin particularly. I've done it with other altcoins before, so I know the pain, right? I am even holding some altcoins from earlier this year that I am most likely taking losses on. And it would be painful if I had not taken profits from other coins to offset some of these losses, right? So always very important to take profits, right? At least that's just my opinion. Not a financial advice, of course. But let's see what could be happening here, right? So falling wedge usually breaks to the upside. Not absolutely. It could it could continue to it could break down, or it could continue down this pattern here and make it even more painful for you to watch because there could be a lot more downside here. But if this price action was to break to the upside, I have put a measure target quite far out because I think it's reasonable. I mean, the price action looks like it's really slow and it's just hanging in, towards the middle of the pattern here, right? So, I'm just going to put this measure target based on a breakout point at, the first week of November. Now, this is just for the sake of getting a measure target, okay? It does not have to break out by then, or it could break out sooner. It is just a random point that I'm picking that I think is reasonable based on how this price action is running. So measure target, if it breaks out by then, it'll be about 86 cents area, okay? Now, measure targets are estimates only, okay? It could be over, under. Do Google search measure targets, measure moves, falling wedges. A lot of these trading concepts that I'm talking about here that sounds like technical terms, Google search them. It is out there, public knowledge, free. I hope you guys go out there and, be curious enough to explore other ideas in technical analysis, because frankly, it's free. And that's how you learn and stay in this game if that's, what you're planning to do, right? So based on what I'm seeing here, measure target about $86 area. Let's see what else could be happening here. Okay. Within this bigger falling wedge, I could actually put another falling wedge in here, right? As you guys can see, the smaller falling wedge, and kind of gives me more of an idea of, if what type of scenario is more likely. Okay. So, if I am charting a bigger pattern and I am seeing a smaller pattern within that bigger pattern, that smaller pattern would, very likely tell me what could be happening with that bigger pattern, right? So, for example, if you have a bullish pattern within a bigger bullish pattern, and it's very close to the top trend line of that bigger bullish pattern, then, chances are it could be breaking out. Chances are, okay, not absolutely. So that's how I use patterns within a bigger pattern, right? Now, let's take a look into, what the smaller pattern is telling us, right? The smaller pattern, this price action has bounced off the bottom trend line of the smaller pattern, and then it has also had a pretty huge wick up to this upper trend line as well. I'm not sure if I would read this as a double bottom because it's a very dragged out, double bottom on this 3-day time frame. It's not like a very clear double bottom. So I mean, it could be, given the bullish divergence on the 3-day time frame here, which is still a pretty big time frame, right? You also have possible bullish divergence on the weekly time frame, but just given how much of a increase in the RSI here, right? Since the last low, so possible bullish divergence on the weekly time frame. But I'm not really reading that as double bottom just because of how dragged out it is. You guys let me know how you guys want to read it, but that's not how I'm gonna read it. So that's basically what I'm seeing here. We have a smaller falling wedge within a bigger falling wedge, right? So yeah. So let's take a look into some key price levels. This coin does need to break in order to go to the upside here. We have the weekly 21 SMA at about that 40 cents area. Weekly 50 SMA, the gray line here, about the 54 cents, 55 cents area. Monthly time frame, monthly 21 SMA is way out there at about 79 cents area. The blue line here has just appeared. 3-day is about, I'm just gonna say $35 area. 3-day 21 SMA, the blue line. 35 cents area. Have I been saying dollars? I meant cents, okay? 3-day 50 SMA at about, the 42 cents area. 3-day 200 SMA at about the 73 cents area, the orange line here. All right, the daily 21 right above the price action, about 32.5 cents area. Daily 50 SMA about the 33 cents area. Daily 200 SMA, the orange line here at about the 47 cents area. Now, these are going to be your noticeable key resistances going upwards, okay? You guys can dig into further resistances going upwards on the time frames that you guys focus on based on past trading history, but we're not going to do that here because it's going to get pretty boring and it's going to be time consuming. So let's take a look into some key supports on the downside. Okay, we don't have any past trading history here on the downside, so it's basically very close to all-time lows. So we're going to refer back to this area where it has touched the all-time low of about 30 cents area. So that's going to be your next key support at about the 30 cents area. If that does not hold, you're probably going to, the next, level I'm seeing here is going to be about the 25 cents area, which is based on this bottom trend line of this smaller falling wedge pattern, right? And then if it continues within that pattern, then you guys can refer to this bottom trend line for lower prices, as long as this price action holds and does not break down. So that is basically what I'm seeing for Flux. Pretty dead. But do still look for the signals, right? For any potential moves. So that's what I'm seeing here. My overall opinion on this market is still bullish because Bitcoin has been able to stay away from a breakdown, a catastrophic breakdown here of this double top pattern on this weekly time frame so far, right? Neckline of that pattern would be of that confirmed breakdown would be about 24.7K. So we still got some way to go, but Bitcoin, it could change pretty quickly. So I don't think this is the time to take your eyes off Bitcoin. On the 4-hour time frame here, price action looks like it's trying to reverse against this head and shoulders pattern, right? Broke out of this falling wedge pattern. Gonna be monitoring this situation because I don't think we have a clear resolution on which pattern is going to be invalidated here. And that could very well affect how the markets are going to move coming up very shortly. So that's it for today. If you guys like this video and want to see more of Flux, like, subscribe, comment. If enough of you guys want to see it, I will bring you guys an update on Flux. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good rest of the day and see you guys later.